First day on set of season two, I think I must have been in Italy. I think it's hard for me to remember. We've been doing the show for 4 years. We're in season three now, and it's crazy. But I think I was in Italy, or I might have started in Prague, and then we went to the Puglia region and shot there. It was beautiful. I had a mini vacation, and but I was obsessed with learning the kata, the sword forms, because I was working on the sword forms. You see in episode one, you see Find Land in the olive tree field where he's doing the kata. That was actually only 20% of what I did. There was a much longer scene that they cut out because of time. But so I was obsessed with that, and I was, yeah, excited and nervous in a good way. At the end of season two, I think I was on a beach in Morocco,
Mhm.
and we were just off the coast of Dakhla, which is this kite surfing area. Just amazing, just 70-mile-an-hour winds, and trying to hear each other speak, and we couldn't hear anything. And these like ATVs bringing cameras out, and that was insane. We wrapped there, and there was a big hug, and I think we wrote "Wrap" of Wheel of Time season two in the sand on the beach, and that was my memory.
I think my first day, I think Perrin's kind of with kind of like a new group at the start, kind of like he's with on the hunt for the horn with the Shinoran. So he's kind of with this group of lads really on horseback, which is quite cool. It's kind of a completely different dynamic, and I felt that energy of all these new characters coming in, and it was just. It really helped, kind of like the time jump really. It felt like we'd been hanging out for a while, and it just gave a new aspect for characters like Loyal and Perrin to like interact with. They could banter with each other, so that was really cool. And then the last day, I think in Morocco was, yeah, it was amazing. I mean, I can't speak about it too much, but I think having to travel to Morocco and all the, I think in season one, because of COVID, we couldn't always travel to the countries we wanted to. So I think everyone being there in Morocco for like those final bits was amazing, and it felt like everyone's journey had gone to this sort of amazing location, which was really cool.
Yeah, for me, I was really lucky actually that the first day that I filmed was filming the first scenes that you see Elaine in season two, and then my last day I filmed was the last scenes you see Elaine in season two. So I really kind of had a sense of this real journey, and my first day was overwhelming. It was incredible, and I'll never forget the feeling of walking into the White Tower for the first time, and how kind of it just looked exactly how I'd imagined it, and all the finer details, and working with Madeleine Madden, she was incredible to work with. And then the final day, I think there was just this huge sense of achievement, I guess, like of what we've all created, and it was once again very overwhelming, just with emotion and a sense of pride. So I'm really excited for everyone to kind of see what we got up to.
Yeah, for me, I think someone earlier used the word daunting like that, and perhaps there's an expectation that this could be incredibly daunting to step into. But I am hugely grateful for what my first days were. My first days were, as you probably know, scenes with Kate Fleetwood that are in a cell. It's a power dynamic, power struggle between these two people that are almost, it's like a battle of wits or something. And we had Thomas Snapper, our director, directing us for those episodes. And before that, we had a rehearsal in one of the studios. It was a black box stage, and we were able to attack the scenes and investigate them as if it were a play, and that was kind of the background at that time that I was kind of used to. So I thought there was a beautiful kind of nurturing quality to those first days for me, which meant that stepping onto the set on this, you know, fantastically ambitious and colossal scale of a production, that actually it felt that what we were focusing on were were just the actions of these characters, the dynamic and the push and pull. And then, like I mentioned, my last day was in Morocco, and like Marcus has said, I can't say too much, but yeah, there's a great sense of achievement, like that Ciara's mentioned, of recognising from the first and the last day how far these characters have come, and just the beauty that we have such a scale, such an arc to play, and I think that's kind of what made my first and last day special.
What makes the series of the Wheel of Time special is our cast, the way that we're all tethered to this beautiful city of Prague, where we have these creative adventures as a group of people who get to play in the best playground in the world. You know, the Wheel of Time, as envisioned by Robert Jordan, this monumental series of books, takes place across a universe that is exciting, epic, escapist, frightening, exhilarating. It has this huge canopy of, fantasy elements, these magnificent backdrops, but within that, we can, if we choose, hunker right down and explore all the vital things that make us human. We can beguile you with a, epic vista, but then what we're really talking about are the core things that move us all: love, loss, sorrow, danger, what it's worth fighting for, who you are, who you want to be versus what path the world is setting for you. And it's a testing ground. The whole universe is a testing ground for characters that we come to really care about. And I think I was not an aficionado of fantasy. I didn't know about what fantasy could provide for people, and now I really understand that. I understand that it's a way that people can read themselves in to a vast array of characters and explore what makes us human, but one step removed, and in this world that also allows our imagination to take flight.
The thing I love most about the Wheel of Time universe are the characters at the heart of this story. They're very human and real characters, regardless of being, at the center of this very epic, fantastical world. It's been an absolute honor to play Egwene, and she's someone that I've grown up with and I've learned a lot from. And maturing with her has just been an absolute honor.
What I love most about the Wheel of Time universe is that it feels like the possibilities are endless, especially as it's fantasy. It just feels like the world is, there is just so much opportunity for these characters, but that obviously means there is the possibility of a lot of dangers as well.
I have done some fantasy shows before, but nothing like this. I worked on Lord of the Rings, the movie, but this is a whole nother beast of a show. And creatively, I cannot say enough that it blows my mind of the spectrum that I get to open my brain and my mind and creative mind on this show. And so thankful for the books and for Rafe and his brilliant writing that he, gives us help. He helps us, being able to develop the character, obviously, and gives us so much information. But it's an immense show, and I'm so proud to be a part of it.
Yeah, and likewise. I mean, it's like a bit of a dream for a costume designer, because there is so much scope. There are so many different elements that are part of what you're bringing to each and every character or culture. There's each culture is a mixture of two different cultures in our world, as you, I'm sure you know. And you can take things from any period of time and put that into the mix. And then, there's a kind of constraint whereby everything needs to look as if it was manufactured before the Industrial Revolution. So it's grounded, it feels real, things are hand-stitched, things are hand-printed, hand-dyed, all of these things. And you've plus the characters, plus the storyline. You know, it's just enormous. And never a dull moment. There's always something to do, the next character to think about and how to make that work. So it's very exciting.
Everyone has a choice. And every choice has a consequence.
I'm bigger than my body.
We didn't defeat the Dark One. We set him free.
I'm meaner than my demons.
No one should have that much power.
I'm bigger than these walls.
Together we face the impossible. But now in our separate corners of the world.
I'm bigger than my body.
Protecting Rand, guiding him, that is the only thing that matters.
You can't control him.
You know you have something inside you. Something that calls for blood.
I want to know how to control it.
The last battle's coming.
The whole world will be ours.
If our friends are in trouble, why would they ever stay here? You have no conception of the power they wield.
You can't do this by yourself.
There are many paths to walk through the night.
It's not always the most powerful who write history. It's the ones who survive.
I'm tired of being a spoke in the wheel.
You're not a spoke, boy. You are the water that turns the wheel itself.